Today we're actually helping with an Eagle Scout project here at Baltimore County Sailing Center, and they're going to be spreading some stones to really improve the area.
It's a duty of the Boy Scouts to teach our youth to become leaders today and to become servants to their community, and so that they can keep those characteristics for the rest of their lives.
Boy Scouts teaches young boys life skills, how to survive, how to respect the country and respect others, doing your best. These are life skills that are just they're core to the mission, very consistent with what Baltimore Gas and Electric does every day. It's just really rewarding to me to see and to have an impact on them that will change the rest of their lives.
Chris Burton is one of those individuals that when you walk away from him, you know you just met a leader. He's a leader in his job, he's a leader in scouting, and he's a leader in life. You know, he helps us out in scouting in his troop, which is most important. He helps his youth that he serves, including his son, but he helps on a bigger level. So thousands of youth go through STEM merit badges, and he oversees the whole process that's done to make sure that the kids are getting exactly what they need in order to be successful in life.
The grant money from Exelon will help Baltimore Area Council develop and produce STEM-related programs to really expose the kids to fun activities like robotics in a way that teaches them math and engineering skills and hopefully prepares them for careers in the STEM-related areas.
The Boy Scouts is indebted to the Baltimore Gas and Electric and Exelon Corporation. They have been partners with the Boy Scouts for decades, and we are so proud of our partnership. We're just excited that over 7,000 youth were part of STEM activities last year, and I believe that we can get over 10,000 this year because of generosity of BGE and Exelon.
Here in Maryland, Special Mix provides 6,973 athletes with meaningful sports experience. And what's beautiful about the program is it not only transforms the lives of the athletes, but also their families and volunteers.
The Special Olympics is a really safe environment where athletes can train, can learn skills. It's a very accepting environment. It's been a real big part of our life over the 17 years that my daughter has been an athlete.
Wayne Loma brings great energy, not only as a board member, but as a committed family member and volunteer. In addition to serving on our board of directors, Wayne has been a stalwart fundraiser for us. He's been a polar bear plunger. Most recently, he raised $8,000, and in the last 4 years, he's raised $28,000, which goes to help develop programs across the state. He's an inspiration to me as the president CEO because of his commitment not only to his daughter as an athlete, but the other athletes that we serve. And he also is a great motivator to the rest of our board members. So he's a valuable contributor on so many levels for our entire organization.
The thing that motivates me is the athletes, is seeing them participating in sports competitions where they really can really shine. I've been lucky enough to find something that really is I can be passionate about.
On behalf of the 6,973 athletes and all the future athletes that will result from the generous support of Constellation and Exelon, I just want to thank the folks at Constellation and Exelon, and especially Wayne, for their unbridled support of the mission of Special Mix here in Maryland.
Mostly at Northeast Regional Recreation Center. This is catered for youth programs, like we have youth tennis, youth soccer, youth lacrosse. We have adaptive lacrosse and adaptive baseball that come here and also use the facility.
We play here from 9 to 11 on Friday nights, but I'm the director of youth sports for Parkville, so I put in a lot of hours during the week, and that's sort of keeping all the programs running.
Kevin's here every Friday night. I've known him for years because I actually grew up playing soccer with his son. Well, he runs the drop-in league through Parkville Rec, and he pretty much organizes that and helps get kids out here instead of getting into trouble.
Growing up, we could go to 18 years old. We had the teen centers to go to. We don't have that today, and it's a good place for the kids to come. There's no pressure on them. What's really important to me is there's anywhere from 20 to 80 kids go home safe every weekend, and that really is cool. They need a place to go. That's all they need.
Because of volunteers, they're able to have like all the programs they have, because like all the coaches and stuff like that, they're all volunteers. They don't get paid to do it. And just like with Mr. Kevin with the drop-in, he doesn't get paid to do it. And he's here from 9 to 11 every Friday night. And he does that just because he wants to help out the kids. It's good that if he gets the grant, because it helps to have money to maintain the facilities.
The grant is great because the grant is going to fund a whole other year of scholarships for us this year, and it's going to lead us into next year. And we're going to probably be able, last year we gave about 30 scholarships, and the forms are coming in now. It looks like we're running pretty high, so we'll probably be able to give anywhere between 30 and 35 scholarships this grant. I get a whole lot of letters from the kids all the time. They'll be away at school. They'll say like how it made a difference to them. I'd like to thank Exelon for giving us this money, because other programs can benefit from this too, because it's trickle-down effect. We can put more money into the scholarship fund, but that also means the other programs can put more money into themselves. So this really helps the whole community of Parkville, and Parkville is the second largest recreation council in the state of Maryland, so that's a pretty big deal.
The Bel Air Volunteer Fire Company, we're actually celebrating our 125th anniversary in 2016. We as a company handle about 6,000 plus EMS calls a year and about 4,000 fire calls a year.
My father was a member of the department before I was born, and when I turned 16 I actually joined the department and became involved, and I've been here for 24 years now. We provide service to over 63 square miles of territory. We're the busiest in Harford County, and we're ranked in the top 5 in the country of the busiest volunteer fire company.
He's responsible for not only making sure that the equipment gets on the streets, he is intimately involved in operations and budget here.
I'm probably up here 50 or 60 hours a week. We don't get paid anything, but it's a lot of fun just to know that we're helping out, somebody else in our community. It's pretty nice. Anytime somebody, has a heart attack or things like that, we go and help them out. Their house catches on fire, we go there, put their fire out for them. Everything that you can imagine that you want to help your brother with, that's what we do.
Rick is one of those guys. He's a charismatic individual, and he's a natural sort of leader. He's a mentor. He's somebody who is here a lot. His leadership and his enthusiasm get people to do more and give more than they probably otherwise would. It doesn't surprise me that he would win something like this, but it's pretty impressive that the company gives back or acknowledges that their employees give back to the communities and helps reward them for things like that.
I've been at BGE for 14 years. They support this place just as much as I support BGE.
And it's these donations that help us maintain that high level of standards.
We are a canine search and rescue team, which means we train our dogs to find lost and missing people. The dogs are the real stars of our teams.
I've been involved with Calvert Canine for 8 years, since November of 2006. I rescued a dog and I noticed that she could track people. So I thought it would be an interesting idea to see if I could put it to work.
Donna has helped Sharon train Deegan from day one. Donna also helps train all the other dogs in training. She navigates for the dog team. She does all the communications. We carry VHF radios, FRS radios. She's got all the certifications. She helps train all the new people, and she's just wonderful, and we're so proud of her winning this award.
I like working with people, helping the community. I love working with dogs, and I love being outside, so it combines all of that. Recently, we found a young woman who had been murdered within 24 hours of being missing, and with our find, it made it possible for the police to get evidence and to track the individual faster.
But that find was made by an all Exelon team. Over here, Sharon Buckler and her dog Deegan, and Donna flanking and navigating were the search team that made that find.
I've always liked helping other people that are less fortunate or need help, and this is a good way to accomplish that.
I cannot thank Exelon enough for this grant. So this $10,000 is just an enormous, wonderful donation, but it's just one of many that we've gotten from this fantastic company, and we can't thank them enough.
The mission of Christmas in April is to provide home improvements and modifications to individuals who are either elderly, low income, or families with children. And our goal is to make the home accessible, livable, and safe for the homeowners.
Safety's a big thing. We try to make try to make it comfortable, but also we gear towards safety.
I mean, Steve is a great manager. That's what makes this all possible. He kind of realized that the way we were doing things, it didn't work. Every year we help about 50, 60 people, and it's his responsibility that they get the supplies, that they get the labor, the people, he gets the house captains. It's a huge responsibility.
Well, I've been involved with Christmas in April for approximately 10 years. Started out just working on houses as part of a team, and then became a house captain, and then joined the board of directors, and then became the logistics coordinator, which I'm doing today.
Steve brings a new meaning to the word volunteerism. Steve goes over and above what anybody would expect a volunteer to do. He's probably usually the first one on site for whatever we're doing. He makes sure that whatever is needed is on the job. He's just nonstop.
I believe since I've started with Christmas in April 10 years ago, I've probably had touched 50 houses in that period of time. There is a segment of the community that is not being provided for adequately enough, and Christmas in April fills that niche. We go out and we find those people, and we go out and do needed repairs to their house to let them live in warmth, comfort, and safety. So that's very important to us.
But yeah, this is the largest grant we've ever gotten. We appreciate everything that you guys do.
So on behalf of Christmas in April, the board of directors, all the volunteers, we would really like to thank Exelon for the outstanding support and the $20,000 grant, and I'll guarantee you that every dollar we can will go back onto a house.